What's poppin'? It's a new year, new me, baby. I'm just kidding. I really hate when people say that shit, new year, new me. Cause it's like, why do you need a new year to start in order for you to change? But that's a whole nother story. So yeah, I was supposed to do a video about how to protect your energy as an empath. And I'm not doing that shit today. I'm gonna do it eventually, but I'm not gonna do that today because I have, something else in my heart, something else in my chest that I want to express and I want to talk about. And you guys know how I am. I'm a very emotional person. I just like to, go off of how I feel. You feel me? So yeah, I don't have any outline that I'm following. None of the stuff that I'm about to say is rehearsed. So yeah, I'm gonna just speak from my heart. All right, so the first step to not giving a fuck what people think. The first step is to know yourself. If you know who you are, nobody can make you question yourself and nobody can invalidate your feelings. And a part of knowing who you are is not only knowing your strengths, but knowing your weaknesses. And not only knowing your weaknesses, but knowing where those weaknesses and flaws come from. So that's step one. If you don't know God, you don't know yourself. If you don't understand that there's something greater than you that's a part of you, and that's also responsible for your existence, you can't really know yourself. And knowing yourself is a really important factor in pretty much not giving a fuck what people think and not being able to be easily persuaded or influenced by other people's opinions. Okay, and step number 2 to not giving a fuck what people think is understanding that people's opinions are based on their upbringing, based on their experiences, and based on their beliefs. You can't take shit personal. When people give you advice or when people, put their 2 cents in on your life, you have to remind yourself, hey, this person probably has a completely different upbringing. They probably have completely different beliefs. And they probably have completely different experiences. So even though they may have good intentions, and they may even be giving wise advice, at the end of the day, things are not as black and white as people make them seem. What works for you may not necessarily work for me. We're 2 different people. We're on 2 different spiritual journeys. And who are you to tell me what's right and wrong? You're not living my life. We don't have the same soul. We don't have the same spirit. So at the end of the day, I love you. And I appreciate your concern and I appreciate your opinion. But at the end of the day, it's just an opinion. And the third way to not give a fuck what people think is to remind yourself, you're a human just like me. You bleed the same way that I bleed. So why would I put you on such a high pedestal? And it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to remind yourself because you have people in your life who you really, really admire. And their opinion is really, really valuable to you. My papa, he's a perfect example. He's 70-something years old. And he has done a lot and he's been through a lot. So I really respect his opinion. And I really admire him. But at the end of the day, I'm my own person. And I've had my own experiences. And even though he is very, very wise, and he's very, very wise, and I respect his opinion, he's had completely different experiences. He has a completely different life story than me. So at the end of the day, I have to just take his advice with a grain of salt. I just have to take it with a grain of salt. And I have to just know myself, and I just have to know for myself what's true for me and what applies to me and what doesn't. And that's really what it boils down to. I spent a lot of my life worrying about what people think. I've spent a lot of my life trying to please other people. I've spent a lot of my life trying to be accepted. And I really, really hate to say new year, new me. But as 2019 is, starting, as this is the beginning of 2019, I'm gonna make it very clear. And I'm gonna do what the fuck I want. I'm gonna follow my heart. I'm gonna do what's in my heart. And I'm going to use my gift of discernment. When I was really, really, really young, whether it was a preacher, a deacon, evangelist, whoever, they would always tell me, you have the gift of discernment. And I believe that. And I'm going to use my gift of discernment. And I'm not going to let anybody knock me off my path. And I'm not going to let anybody tell me who I am and who I'm not. I'm not going to let anybody tell me anything. That doesn't mean I'm not going to take advice from people, because I definitely think you should take advice from people. Not even necessarily take advice. Let me rephrase that. I don't think you should necessarily take advice from everybody, but I think it's good to consider advice from people if you feel like there's some truth to what they say. But you have to be very, very, very careful. Because if you're not grounded in who you are and what you believe, people can easily influence you. So yeah, I don't know if anybody else struggles with caring what people think and pretty much living their life for other people, whether it's your parents or your significant other or whoever. But I just want to challenge you to not give a fuck. I just want to challenge you to not give a fuck. And this was really a random video. I had a completely different video planned out, but I kept trying to do the video and it just didn't feel right. It just didn't feel right because I had a lot of other things on my mind. So I'm like, all right, let me do what's really in my heart. Yeah, so I'm, rambling and going on and on like I always do because I talk a lot. So yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys soon. Adios.